In the last section, we established that the government was the huge reason for Suriname not developing like it should when it comes to the Millennial Development Goals. Now, the big reason behind that was kind of the corruption and improper use of money spending. So, to eradicate that problem, one of the ideas that I had thought of is to implement into government an organization or a group of people devoted solely um, to the spending of the money. Because not only when it comes to development goals, but when it comes to the development of Suriname in general, that has been one of the huge issues that they have dealt with. Um, is is not knowing where their money's going or how it's being spent. So the thought process here was these group of people would be part of the government and would kind of have more authority than the dictator, so they wouldn't be able to be overruled or whatever. But of course, still in in a like a similar to our government. So maybe that wouldn't work for every government, but basically, so it's not like they have the overall power, but they can't be usurped by a dictator. They have to work together as separate individuals to come to a collective um, to come to one goal that will work for everyone. Now, there should definitely be people in here that are over all parts of Suriname. For instance, education system, the health system, infrastructure, um, and those are just ones dealing mostly with millennial development goals. But that people that should decide what, um, how much money should go to which areas of government. Now, as far as who should be involved in this, it should probably be, um, you know, election by the people, I would say, as far as how to decide who will be in these positions. Because if it's decided by the dictator, then it's just going to end up being corrupt. But I'm thinking the Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU, should probably be involved so that they can analyze how Suriname is doing and where they're going. Basically, the EIU they use research and analysis to offer forecasting and advisory services to clients. So kind of helping Suriname, see where they are, where they need to progress. Also, the International Monetary Fund would have to be a good group to have on board in this. It's an organization that works to foster global monetary cooperation. They secure financial stability. They facilitate international trade, promote promote high employment and sustainable economic growth, and reduce poverty around the world. So those things are definitely going to help improve life in Suriname in general, but as well as these millennial development goals. Um, we'll be able to make sure that we have the money for hospitals. We'll have money for education. We'll have money for to provide for contraceptives if that's what's needed at the time. Um, let's see. Resources. There's not a lot that will go into it. I mean, they'll meet any governmental things or whatnot, but the money is going to be the money that's already in the government, that's already part of the resources there. It's just going to be the managing of it that will be necessary here. Um, of course, it'll have to be written into maybe the laws of Suriname or the Constitution or whatnot, or maybe it'll be a freestanding thing. But it needs to be written so that it won't be able people won't be able to undermine the system as far as corruption goes. So kind of like we were talking about with the government earlier, and um, not having the dictator pick who's going to be in this group um, that's going to manage the money. So having impartial individuals, I guess you would say, in terms to government, those are the people that need to be involved in this. And I know that um, the Netherlands have helped out in the past with Suriname. So maybe this is something. I mean, they wouldn't be directly involved per se, but maybe with with in regards to budgeting or some of those monetary like advice or counseling or whatnot. They can also play a part there. But I think overall the main goal is to set up a group of people in the government to to um, dictate where the funds are going. Because if they're using the funds correctly, um, and they have an idea of where their funds are going, they won't waste their funds for one, but also they'll be put into places in the in Suriname that will most help the people, specifically in those millennial development areas.